To a sort of test stream. I've just done a test over on YouTube just to check that this all kind of works in principle. But what we're going to be doing today is I'm going to be looking at how I can use virtual reality headsets for virtual workshops. So what I'd like to be able to do is actually be able to do kind of digital sessions or workshops where we can kind of work together, and I can talk about things like augmented reality, virtual reality, and higher level concepts or lectures without actually having to be in a physical space. As you can appreciate, times like this during lockdown, physical space is more of a premium and travel is somewhat restricted. So I've been looking at alternatives. So my alternative so far has been very much face to camera kind of thing. But that does limit me with the fact that I don't have a whiteboard, I don't necessarily have physical items that I can showcase. So I've been looking at, could I use virtual reality or digital technology as a kind of emulation of that. So what we have here is my Oculus Quest, which is linked up to via the USB-C cable using SideQuest. So this is capturing whatever this headset is currently seeing and outputting that visual display onto the screen. So you're not seeing anything at the moment because the headset's in sleep mode. So if I just re-enable the headset by covering the sensor inside, and hopefully, there we go, you should now see a live feed. So you're seeing this black and white view. This is my current working area. It's not ideal. That's my little camera there. Hello. So yeah, I'll be able to output things like anything that's done in VR. So I would be able to output games this way, but I'm more interested in actually outputting seminars or lectures this way, so actually having a virtual space. And I'm just going to kind of do a very quick showcase of how I'm intending to do this. I'm currently connecting the audio from the headset to a Rode wireless transmitter and receiver. So it's been transmitted from the headset into a receiver in the computer. I don't know what the audio levels are like because I can't really preview it, sadly. I have my camera audio that you're hearing me from louder than the device audio, so that hopefully should mean I'm louder than the headset. Let me just turn the headset down a little bit more because you don't really need that to be that volume. I will be sitting down today, but I will actually be able to use this walking around physically in the space. I'm just not currently doing it today because my space is a little bit limited. I have got a better space upstairs. I'm aiming to do this in longer term. So let's put the headset on and you should be able to see what I see once I get it set up. So I'm using the Quest 1 because that's what all I've got access to. I could use a Vive, but the Vive is a lot more hassle. That also has better sensors for the hands, but again, I'm using limited technology. What would be able to be done is people will actually be able to join in on my virtual sessions, either using their own headsets, or more practically or more realistically, they'll be able to join in via a web chat room function, where they'll be able to sort of talk to me, send me files that way. So I'm just going to show you kind of my intended process in a sense. So let's put this on, and I'm just going to quickly create a Guardian. In my floor. Boop. Confirm. I'm going to be in a stationary position just because I'm sitting down and I don't really want to walk around lots at the moment. There we go, so I've confirmed. And you now should see me in the VR. So at the moment I've only got the view from the headset itself and the camera being shown. My intention would also be to have a third view, which would be a spectator view, which is showing like a kind of camera up there looking down, so you'd be able to see my avatar. So I'm using, or looking to be using, an application called Spatial. So what this is designed as a kind of virtual meeting room or collaboration space. It's free to download, free to use. People can join in using their webcams and microphones, using a web link, which I just think is fantastic. I have a little, if you look very closely there, you can just see a little virtual 3D model of me. But yeah, this is what I'm kind of thinking. But the amazing thing, like I said, is I can stream anything from my Quest through to the PC. So we could do games, we could look at actually outputting Unreal development, so I can actually use Unreal Engine to create my own virtual scenes or virtual sets and do tutorials that way. And again, this is just a new way of kind of getting involved. I'm looking to do some of the VR content in this manner. We could also look at doing some mixed reality content using green screen upstairs longer term. But for now, let's just focus on this. So I've got this little room here that I've created, which is just a test space. So it should log me in. This would then generate a link I could then share with people. Oh, there we go. So I am in this virtual space, this room. Now normally I'd be able to walk around, but I'm not. I'm currently sitting down, so I'm actually using the teleport function. I can orientate my view. So people joining in would be able to have their webcam come up, so I'd be able to see them in like a little preview here. I'd be able to hear them, they'd be able to hear me. The spectator view would be kind of up in one of these corners, viewing the entire room, so you'd be able to see me walking around. But the amazing thing about this kind of method is I can simply, in virtual space, create my own workspace. So I can import files, images, models from my computer. So this is an image I actually imported from my computer onto this account. So I could create, using this whiteboard here, my own kind of whiteboard, essentially, to sort of say, let's say I was going to talk about the history of augmented reality. I could have images to show the progression of the AR technology, alongside some of the pitfalls. I could even annotate as I go along, so I can. Let's just. There we go. Let's just undo that because I've kind of. No. No. No, never mind. So I can write in 3D space. And I'll just hit done to confirm. A little bit touchy because I'm kind of going through this weird process, so it might be a little bit glitchy at the moment, but that wouldn't be the case when I do this properly. I can move this scribble around. So I could draw arrows between linking this to this, for example. I could then just move this onto my whiteboard out of the way, like so. I can pin things, so I no longer can move it, and nobody else who joined the space could as well. If you've got a HoloLens or VR headset, you could actually join in and we could do face-to-face avatar conversations. But like I said, I'm expecting it more to be webcam focused. I can invite people using custom links. I can even lock the space or save the space. But the amazing thing about this kind of method is I can generate any space I want virtually. So I could bring in 3D models to help illustrate my point, and I can even bring in models from my computer that I've generated myself. I can connect it to a Slack channel, or I can even bring in a web browser where I can search for example, where I work. I can even bring in sort of live feeds this way. My goal for this is probably to use this more for Twitch chat whilst I'm in the headset, because I can't really see that whilst I'm doing it. So let's just see if anything going on there. Nope. Cool. I can also search for things, so I could do a quick Google search for, let's say, cat images, so I could find images online, bring them in. I could even search for 3D models of cats. But yeah, basically this is the kind of, my goal would be to create a virtual teaching space, either using Spatial or Unreal itself and just hooking it in as a feed. So you can see myself, I can see what I'm doing as I'm drawing or creating things live, and we can have a kind of more direct conversation without being in a physical space. I'd also be looking to, on this channel, actually do some VR games as a kind of pastime, so just to show that latency isn't too bad, I can open up Beat Saber, for example. And hopefully this will be a good test of whether the audio levels between the headset and myself are correct. Let's just do a quick test. So you should be able to hear the audio from the headset. I currently can't because I don't have a splitter for my audio yet, so I can't actually output it to my earphones and you at the same time, sadly, but that will be addressed in the future. But yeah, this is, as you can see, the response time is pretty good. I could even use hand tracking if I didn't want to use the controllers. And I only expect this to get better as I kind of get more used to the setup. And again, I'm not doing this most optimally, I should actually be moving around, but yeah, this is a experiment. I just want to know what people think. Do people think this would be a good way of doing virtual delivery or virtual teaching? Would this be an interesting way to kind of connect to people more, or is this just more of a gimmick and wouldn't really add any value over just me in front of a webcam, for example? Let me know what you think. Oh, there we go, so that's the stream off there. I will now have a line on my face where the headset was on, which is always glamorous. Lovely. And let's just boost my webcam up a bit. There we go. So yeah, that is one of my little experiments I'm doing. I'm hopefully will do more. I'm looking at novel ways or kind of any way to kind of engage people in more quirky manner where space or location or even access or price is not there. I want to make kind of education open to all and build communities where possible. So I've been Stephen Fisher. This has been a test stream. Sorry it hasn't been any longer. Sorry it hasn't been kind of more structured. But I just wanted to kind of get an idea or test out some concepts through Twitch to see if this works and check my audio levels more importantly. So let me know what you think. Thank you for watching and I will see you very soon. Let's see if this